Hey, thanks for joining us for day 5. Today we're going to be looking through Mark chapter 5. Mark's gospel is pretty notorious for being jam-packed and very quick to the point. So I'm going to summarize some of what happens in this chapter because there's a lot that happens. We first see Jesus in the very beginning heal a demon-possessed man, and after that happens, he sends this man off to share his testimony. He goes on to then make his way with a crowd to heal the daughter of a local synagogue leader whose name was Jairus. As he's going along, though, a woman ends up making her way through the crowd, and she touches his robe, and she's healed from a constant bleeding condition that she had been suffering from for years. After that happens, we then find out in the rest of the chapter what happens as Jesus arrives at Jairus' home and ultimately ends up healing his daughter. That's where I would like for us to pick up in scripture today. We see a lot that happens here, and there's a lot that we could pick apart, but I want to specifically focus on faith, and faith to be a witness, or faith to be in the room. Let's pick up at verse 35. It says, "While he was still speaking to her, messengers arrived from the home of Jairus, the leader of the synagogue. They told him, 'Your daughter is dead. There's no use troubling the teacher now.' But Jesus overheard them and said to Jairus, 'Don't be afraid, just have faith.' Then Jesus stopped the crowd and wouldn't let anyone go with him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. When they came to the home of the synagogue leader, Jesus saw much commotion and weeping and wailing. He went inside and asked, 'Why all this commotion and weeping? The child isn't dead, she's only asleep.' The crowd laughed at him, but he made them all leave. And he took the girl's father and mother and his 3 disciples into the room where the girl was laying. Holding her hand, he said to her, 'Talitha cum,' which means, 'Little girl, get up.' And the girl was 12 years old. And the girl who was 12 years old immediately stood up and walked around. They were overwhelmed and totally amazed." See, Jesus was really specific about who he let into the room to witness and see the amazing miracle that took place with this little girl. He clearly knew that there were people who didn't believe. They went as far as to laugh at him when he was saying and having faith that she was just asleep. But others, like the disciples that he took with him and Jairus and his wife, they trusted in Jesus. They were listening to him and believing what he was saying. They were allowed to witness the miracle that took place. This makes me think of something non-biblical related, a quick example that I could share, which would be a song from Hamilton, the musical. We see a leader or a character in Hamilton singing about a moment that happened in a room where he wasn't allowed to enter in, and how much he wished that he was in the room where it happened. And that's the title of the song, The Room Where It Happened. Many of us want to be in the room where it happens. We want to be around to witness the miracles and the great things that Jesus is doing still in our world today. But we need to have faith in order to do that. We need to have faith to look at the circumstances that might be around us and to look at the things that the world might say are impossible and to believe that Jesus can truly do miracles in those places, even when everything might make it look like it can't happen. So that's my question for you today. Are you willing to allow God to show you where your faith might need to increase so that you can be in the room where it happens? I would encourage you to go and pray as you're fasting today, as you're seeking God, as you're looking to him, to ask him, man, where does my faith need to increase as I'm looking for miracles to happen? Maybe it's in your family in this Easter season for someone to come to service for the very first time. Maybe it's healing that you need, just like that woman in this chapter needed. Whatever it is that you're looking at and you're expecting a miracle, ask God, where does your faith need to increase? And I'm sure he'll show you as you go about your day today.